Okay, we've got a lot to talk about. Balagay's left the building. Yes, you heard me right. Chairman slash director of football slash the only real member of scouting staff that I have at the club decided to retire about 10 games before the season was due to end. It was all very weird. It was all very sudden. We kind of played a couple of games and we'll get onto the results, but we played a couple of games offline and then it just popped up midweek in the inbox. Guillaume was eyeing retirement and potential club takeovers from someone within the club. And here we are now. Tony Arnold is our new chairman. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? But Tony Arnold has taken over as chairman of the football club from Guillaume Balagay. And I'm gutted about that really because Guillaume obviously has been here a long time and as I say, he was director of football at the same time, so we were able to use him and his really good scouting stats to help us recruit players, really. And we were taking his recommendations, and the club's doing pretty well. But this is a bit of a new dawn for the club, I suppose. The first thing Tony Arnold did do was offer me a new contract, which obviously we accepted. That was literally the first thing he did after telling me that he wasn't going to put any investment into the club. So yeah, that's kind of where we are off the pitch. It feels a bit weird because remember in episode 1 when I said this, United have a history of signing Spanish players, Spanish coaching staff, and I think that's something that we're going to look to continue to do as and when the opportunity presents itself throughout the save. Well, I think it's only right that we honour it and continue. It was going to be a big part of the save, I think. Seeing if we can find Spanish staff and players down the line to come along and join Biggleswade United. So yeah, I think we'll continue to do that in honour of Guillaume Balagay. Jesus, I'm making it sound like he's died. On the pitch, it's been business as usual really since you were last here for that draw against Potton. We beat Brookhouse at home 5-1. Goals from Banks, Finney got one, Whittle got one, Smythe got one. Smythe is in superb form since we asked him for more goals. He really has delivered as we then went away and beat Chaffant St. Peter 6-0 away from home, and Smythe ended up with 4 goals there, a goal for Luero and a goal for young striker James Shields. We then lost to Oxy Jets, and this wasn't a good game for us. Clarence Emer scored early doors, and you can see a late penalty and an even later winner for Oxy Jets sealed the 3 points to them. But Clarence Emer, who scored, got himself injured, and he is going to be out for the rest of the season by the looks of it. Rio Molyneux also got injured, but he's only out for a few weeks, so that's not too bad. But we are definitely going to miss Emer, and we're going to be relying on the kids to partner Smythe up front for the rest of this season. And then we got an away win against Winslow, and Liam Smythe and one of those kids that we have brought in for Emer, James Shields, got himself on the score sheet as well. So promising stuff, really. So how does the table look after that run of games? Well, we've all played 30 games now. We are on 60 points in second place. Dunstable Town are currently top on 61. Arlesey Town are in third on 58. And we have to play Dunstable and Arlesey back-to-back before the end of the season. I think that's 2 of the last 3 games of the season. The last game is against Biggleswade FC. But today we're going to be bringing you games against Kings Langley and against AFC Welling. We had a little slip-up last month in February with that defeat to Oxy Jets. I say a little slip-up. They are bottom of the league. But we really now cannot afford any more. I'm guessing the next episode will bring you Dunstable and Arlesey to finish the season. But today, Kings Langley's a big game. AFC Welling, they might have a slight eye on Wormley Rovers. Can they catch them? They're only 12 off with 8 to play. Probably unlikely, but those are going to be the 2 games that we bring you today. And our starting lineup for the Kings Langley game, we got Hopkins in goal. We've got that fairly settled back 4 now. Whittle, Carney, Buchanan and Scott. Finney and Banks in the middle. Brennan is back in the side due to that injury to Rio Molyneux. But he's playing on the left with Luero on the right. And we have Smythe up front. And he is going to be partnered by Shields due to that Clarence Emer injury that we spoke about earlier. Hip injury. He's going to be out between 7 weeks and 3 months now. So chances are we're not going to see him again this season. Smythe is currently the top goal scorer now. He is on 22 goals for the season and 11 assists, so he's having a fantastic season now. We actually did get him to sign a new deal. I think we mentioned it in a previous episode that he was coming kind of negotiating hard. He's now on £35 a week, as is Liam Banks. £35 a week also, but both of them have tied themselves down to the club for at least another year, which is good news. This is a massive game for our season, and we're going to tell the players that important to make them the most of that home advantage, and we will of course keep you up to date as and when we can with that Dunstable and the Arlesey game. Remember, we've got to play Dunstable and we've got to play Arlesey again before this season ends. We're actually playing them back to back, so that could really be a pivotal sort of week or so in this season and in this save, really. So 20 minutes in here, Arlesey Town are 1-0 up against Potton, which just tightens the screw a little bit, puts a little bit of pressure on us in this game against Kings Langley. Arlesey Town in third, remember, but it is so tight at the top. I think, if results don't go our way elsewhere and we pick up a bad result, we could end up dropping down a fourth. I think it is literally that tight for us at the moment. But a couple of good results and we end up top. So this is only the second highlight of this first half. I don't know if we're going to create something here. We are. There's Scott. And there's the goal. There's the opener for us. It's a long time coming. Like I say, it's a pretty uneventful first half up until that point. And it's the 16-year-old right back, James Scott, who's had a fantastic season, to be fair to him. Slotting home with his right foot. I think he is actually right-footed, but plays as a left back or a left wing back. So fairly comfortable finish for him. And he puts us 1-0 up just before half time. As if this end to the season couldn't get any worse, James Shield has a foot injury, which means he cannot continue, which means that Bigger Akangamain, remember him from the start of the season, he is going to come on for his first appearance in a very, very long time. He did all right. I think he played against Huntington maybe in the FA Cup early doors, first game of the season. Came off the bench a couple of times and did okay. But we're now down to bare bones up front. It's Smythe and Akangamain who are going to finish this game, hopefully not this season, but certainly this game up front for us. Kings Langley, just before half-time, have been dispossessed. Scott plays the ball forward to Banks. He's got Akangamain and Smythe ahead of him. He looks for Brennan. He finds Brennan. His shot's blocked. And the referee blows his half-time whistle. We've made it through to half-time, and it is 1-0 here. We'll have a quick look around the grounds. It's still 1-0 to Arlesey. Dunstable aren't playing today. So this win, if it stays like this, will put us top of the league. I think that Dunstable, they will have a game in hand over us. So I don't know why they're not playing today. Maybe they're still in the Vars or something. But currently, as it stands, we are going top of the league. We're not going to make any changes at half time. We've already had to make a sub. We're just going to go straight into the second half and tell them not to get complacent. Well, up to this point, this has been a bit of a nothing second half. This is the first highlight of the second half. Kings Langley look like they could be attacking. They are. Buchanan makes a good tackle, but Park picks up the ball, slides in Britton, who has a really easy finish at the back stick. Just before that highlight, I was literally looking at the likes of Smythe, Brennan and Luero, thinking we probably need to make some changes here because they're not having good games. Maybe Whittle as well. And this is just compounding my belief that we might need to make a change here. I think we're going to go fairly like for like. We're going to do Hilton on for Luero. And we're going to chuck on another kid. Cooper McCarty is going to come on for Zach Whittle at right back to see if he can impact this game. We can't bring Smythe off because we don't have another striker. That leaves one more real option for us, and it's a midfielder. I believe. Quinlan we still have on the bench. Arlesey are now 4-0 up against Potton. We really need to get something from this game here. Need a moment of magic from someone to try and win this one. Where is our midfield there? Buchanan won his header, and both of the Kings Langley midfielders were goal side of ours. Cooper McCarty makes a good tackle, but still they come forward. Finley Brennan was out jumped there, and luckily the header from Park just crept over the bar. But we need to do something here. Hopkins has the ball in hand. Plays out short to Scott. Oh, it's a poor pass from Scott. Davis picks up the ball. Brennan tries to win it back and fails. Here's Park to Davis. Oh, I think that was Newman Carney with a superb header there. Cooper McCarty brings it forward. I just realised all of our subs have been on the right-hand side of the pitch. We are struggling here. So we are going to bring on probably midfielder. Yeah, well, that's our only real option. Quinlan's going to come on. He is just going to come straight in for Banks in midfield, in the hope that some fresh legs can get a bit of life into this. Kings Langley with the corner. A few minutes left on the clock. Buchanan can't clear. The ball's back into the box. Falls to Murphy on the edge. Murphy strikes it. And then Jet Murphy, their teenage striker, gets the final touch. That's his 20th goal of the season. There was 2 Murphys involved there. One strikes it from the edge of the box. That was S. Murphy, whoever S. Murphy is. Sam Murphy, and then Jet Murphy reacts quickest and slots it past Hopkins. This is really not ideal, and we are just going to have to go for this now. I'm thinking we're going to go with a front 3. We're going to push Brennan up. We're going to put Hilton in as kind of like a number 10. Going to push these lads forward. Scott and McCarthy, we're going to ask them to be more advanced. And we've literally got nothing to lose here now. Going to put Hilton in the free role. And then, out of possession, they can slot back in like that. That's fine. What does that look like combined? Not too bad. Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. And we are going to try and get something from this game here. Time's ticking on. We're going to move Scott and McCarty up even further here. Four minutes left. And we've got another highlight. This could mean another chance. If we can win our headers, we don't even challenge for the header. Here's Jet Murphy. McCarty gets a foot in. Hopkins. Oh, he's given the ball away. It's poor. Jet Murphy rounds Buchanan. Hopkins makes a save. A save that he's only had to make because of his own misplaced pass there. And that is going to be that. Arlesey Town win 4-0, which means they jump above us and go level with Dunstable Town. Dunstable Town have got a game in hand over us now, which if they win sees them go 4 points clear of us. Because of that defeat, Kings Langley are now 1 point behind us. It's just so tight. It's just so tight. Literally in a couple of weeks' time, we could be top. We were top a couple of weeks ago off camera. And then that defeat to Oxy Jets and then this today has seen us drop down to 3rd. Oh, I'm angry. I'm angry and we weren't good enough. Well, the good news for us is that Dunstable Town lost their game in hand to Leverstock Green, who are 7th. Lucas Foden with the goal there, meaning that they are just 1 point ahead of us still. So I'm still angry, but it's still kind of in our hands because we've still got to play Arlesey, we've still got to play Dunstable. And yeah, we're going to go on and we're going to play AFC Welling next. Arlesey Town are away to Brook House, who are right down the bottom at 17th, whereas Dunstable are playing Potton, which is a bit of a trickier game, I think. Yeah, there they are in 11th. So it's not the end of the world. We could do with Potton doing us a favour, which they don't often do. But we'll play this game, see how we get on. So we need to make a change here, and it is a forced one as James Shields got a injury in that last game. Bigger Akangamain is going to start, hasn't scored for us yet this season, but has had limited playing opportunity, so that's kind of to be expected. We're going to bring probably Berwick back onto the bench. I'm not particularly happy with the Finley Berwick or the Finley Brennan situation, so actually I think what we're going to do is that we're going to move Luero back to the left, where he's been playing his best football for us this season. And Finley Brennan is going to drop down to the bench. Do we go Hilton or do we go Berwick? I'm going to put some faith in Berwick for this one. Has played mainly at right back. His delivery has been good though. So if he can get some supply into the front two, it might be okay. Right, come on then boys. We got away with one last time, with Dunstable losing their game in hand, but now there is literally no room for error now. It's just too tight for us to lose any more ground. 1 point behind we can deal with. As soon as it starts to get 4 or 5 points, that's when we might be in trouble. Looks like Jerry Luero has picked up a bit of a knock. Looks like a calf injury. Isn't orange injured yet, but we're going to monitor that as AFC Welling come forward here and put the ball into the back of the net. Oh, God, this could be a complete bottle job that you are witnessing today on this episode. I've just noticed Jerry Luero wasn't even on the pitch at that point. 14 minutes in to this must-win game, and we are 1-0 down. Are we just running out of steam at the end of the season? Hasn't been a particularly long one. We didn't really have any cup runs, but we are relying on the kids quite heavily this season. And is that going to come back and bite us? Can we do another season at this league? Liam Smythe gets on the end of Jerry Luero's cross. He's made a miraculous recovery, Luero. And Liam Smythe, as we've seen him do all season, rises above the defender and nods home to bring us back level. Massive, massive goal. That's our first real highlight. As you can see, it's our first shot on target. So the game has been against us, really. But that brings us back level. That could give us a platform to kick on here. Whittle finds Scott. 1-2 with Luero. Gives it back to Luero, who skins his man. Tricky player, Jerry Luero. Gives it to Scott. Finds Banks. The shot is blocked. But still we pile the pressure on. Luero. Banks again. Good ball to Luero. And why does FM keep doing this? If a player's got to that point in the box and is making a cross, surely that is worth seeing what happens to that cross. Whether it goes out for a throw or the keeper catches it, just let us see what happens. Okay. Rant over for now. Zach Whittle on the right. Finds Smythe in the box again, and it's just over. This is much better. Much, much better from Biggleswade United. We come forward again. It's Berwick into Akangame, but we lose the ball. And is it AFC Welling's turn to mount something here? It could well be. The midfield can't stop them. Kelly, their first goal scorer, goes through, and it's a good save by Hopkins. Okay, half time. We are actually going to make a change. I've changed my mind on that right wing situation. Keep working hard and it will come, is what we're going to tell them. But that is the end of the game for Sam Berwick. Hilton is going to come on. Hang on, what's gone on here? What is this nonsense? Why has Hilton gone to centre back? We didn't bring off Carney. Right, Berwick off, Hilton on. There we go. Literally up until I confirmed the team, I was going to play Hilton instead of Brennan. And I don't know what changed my mind, but we're going to give Hilton his chance. He's going to have the second 45 minutes here. That's a decent header by Akangame to cut out the goal kick. We've won the ball back. Here's Luero. Smythe will scamper after it. Gets the ball into the box. Oh, Akangame can't get on the end of it. Charlie Finney can. Great strike from the edge of the box. Gets on the end of the clearance and thunders the ball into the bottom corner. Brilliant start to the second half. How about that for a strike? Or did it take a little touch maybe off of the defender on the way in? I don't know. I don't care. We're 2-1 up. I haven't even seen what the other scores are. Arlesey Town are winning. How are Dunstable doing? Let's pause this. This is big. Dunstable are losing to Potton. Potton could be doing us a favour here. Brookhouse aren't. Potton are. So as it stands, I believe we're second and Arlesey Town are 1 point ahead of us in first. 62 minutes in. It's at AFC Welling corner. It's headed away by James Scott. Kelly gets his second of the game. We don't deal very well with set pieces. We really don't. It's a decent header by Scott, but they've got two men. We might need to address this in the set pieces creator, because we've got two men on the edge of the box to pick up that second ball, and we've just invited them into the box. And Kelly, we've seen how dangerous he was with that first goal. He's got his second of the game. With half an hour to go, it's 2-2 here. Arlesey Town are still 1-0 up. Potton are still beating Dunstable 1-0. We have to win it. It's literally, it's as simple as that. We have to win this game, I feel. In terms of changes, we're kind of limited with what we can do here. I'm tempted, maybe. Let's pause this for a second. I'm tempted to change our shape a little bit and have Luero playing behind Smythe. And we bring on Finley Brennan maybe. And we kind of do something like this and just give Luero a bit of a free roll. That's in possession. Maybe we ask these guys to kind of come inside as a bit of an inside forward on each side, I think. And we're going to ask Scott and Whittle to maybe be a bit more advanced. That's about as advanced as we can get them without physically moving them. Maybe we do move them in possession. And we do this. Get them advanced. Advanced wing backs. Then out of possession. Maybe we ask Brennan and Hilton to drop back here and we do something like this. Yeah, why not? Well, that change in system has done absolutely nothing. I can't go very attacking because the point's better than a defeat. We literally, since making those changes, haven't seen another highlight, and there's a minute left. Oh, God. Oh, God. Banks clears. Hilton nods it down, though. Here's Luero. Hilton. Still Hilton. He's going on his own. Carcel Hilton. What a disappointing effort that is. Surely that is going to be that. Yes, the referee has blown his final whistle. Oh, Hilton. Imagine doing all that work and just hitting it at the goalkeeper or chipping it into his hands almost. It was like, oh, balls. Arlesey Town did beat Brook House. Dunstable lost to Potham, but Kings Langley going to second place of that win over Wormley Rovers, who now drop out the playoffs actually. So Risborough, who we also play in this run-in, are now in fifth spot and 4 behind us. Most disappointingly, Arlesey Town are now 3 points ahead of us. So although we've got to play them, it's kind of the ball's in their court, really, because if they win every game, they go and win the league now. Oh, God. So looking ahead to the next episode, the next couple of games are against teams that are sort of in the top half, and Risborough are now in the playoffs, and Tring. We want to get some progress in, so we're going to play probably up to Arlesey Town off camera. And in the next episode, hopefully we're still in a title race. And we'll bring you those 2 absolutely huge games against Arlesey Town and Dunstable Town, who we are very much going to be battling for the title with, fingers crossed. And then we've got the away deco, the Biggleswade Derby at the end of the season. So maybe for the next episode, we bring you 3 matches. How about that, eh? Well, that brings us to the end of a pretty stressful episode, really. We had turmoil off the pitch. We've had turmoil on the pitch, but we're at the business end of the season. We've made it through. If you have enjoyed the series so far, please do give us a like and please do give us a subscribe. It means a lot. And I know it would mean a lot to the club if you could follow them on the socials. They are on the screen now. Hope to see you in the next one. And until then, take care.